الرحمن الرحيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Welcome to another impactful edition of Al Qamar News Podcast, the official voice of the Muslim Students Society of Nigeria and the Polytechnic Ibadan. Your trusted source for news that educates, uplifts, and connects the Ummah. I am your host, Salahuddin Ikma, and I'm here with.
Adeoye Faru here.
And in today's podcast, we'll be sharing key updates from spiritual insight and campus development to student milestone and community happens. Stay tuned as we explore the story, shaping our environment and enriching our collective journey. Let's begin with the top headlines.
Imam Adeyemi advocates for safer structure at Ibadan Forum.
Maximizing divine moments. A soul-stirring Friday Kutuba by Engineer Dawood Oladosun.
You belong here. MSSN Amir welcomes Fresher, reaffirms unity in faith.
Alhaji Nure Zakaria honored with Pillar of Support Award 2025.
Polytechnic Management hosts seminar for newly elected students' union executives.
MSSN TPI Director of Study honored at Arokodare Memorial Lecture.
New SCG executives sworn in at the Polytechnic Ibadan.
MSSN TPI officially kicked off weekly program with impressive turnout.
Cosmos 2025, a spiritual awakening for tomorrow's leaders.
Ibadan SCG flag of ID card biometric exercise for 2025-2026.
As Salam Ventures reps back to life. Affordable grinding service now available at Ramat Mosque.
Refine your logistic taste. Al Qamar Islamic Institution unlock the language of the Quran for all Muslim students.
One institution, one authority. Polytechnic drop government from student union title.
Now the news in details.
Imam Adeyemi advocates for safer structure at Ibadan Forum. In a timely and thought-provoking address, the Chief Imam of the Polytechnic Ibadan, Engineer Tajuddin Amsat Adeyemi, delivered a powerful lecture on building collapse, causes, effects and solution at the prestigious event organized by the Ibadan Bricklayers Association on Wednesday, 29th October 2025 at Mapo Hall, Ibadan.
Maximizing divine moments. A soul-stirring Friday Kutuba by Engineer Dawood Oladosun. On Friday, 31st October 2025, the Deputy Imam of the Polytechnic Ibadan, Engineer Dawood Oladosun, delivered a spiritual and enriching Friday Kutuba on the topic benefiting from time of divine blessing and virtues, drawing deeply from the Quran, Hadith, and even psychological insight. The sermon resonates with the worshipper, reminding them of the immeasurable blessing, hidden with discouraged movement and the need to seize them consciously for both worldly sources and eternal reward.
You belong here. MSSN Amir welcomes Fresher, reaffirms unity in faith. In a heartfelt address at the Usra program held on Wednesday at Ramat Mosque, Amir Yusuf Adedotun warmly welcomed new students to the Muslim Student Society of Nigeria, MSSN, the Polytechnic Ibadan. He passionately introduced the society's core activity and emphasized that all Muslim students are automatic members, united by faith regardless of background or differences. His words serve as a call to unity, purpose, and belonging.
Alhaji Nure Zakaria honored with Pillar of Support Award at 2025 Knowledge and Logistics Conference. On the 30th of October 2025, Alhaji Nure Zakaria, a distinguished alumnus of the Polytechnic Ibadan and former president of PIGMA, was honored with the Pillar of Support Award at 2025 Knowledge and Logistics Magazine Annual Conference and Exhibition. The award recognizes his outstanding contribution and unwavering support within the industry.
Polytechnic Management hosts seminar for newly elected student union executives. The election did not produce winners or losers, Makinde said. You are all winners because leadership is about service, not competition. I urge you to remain humble and avoid using your position to suppress others. It is by the favor of God that you have been chosen to serve.
MSSN TPI Director of Study honored at Arokodare Memorial Lecture. The Director of Study of Muslim Students Society of Nigeria, MSSN, the Polytechnic Ibadan branch, Malam Abdullahi Olorunkemi, has been recognized as the best student in the HND1 Civil Engineering Department of the Polytechnic Ibadan.
New SCG executives sworn in at the Polytechnic Ibadan. On Friday 31st October 2025, the new elected Student Union Government (SUG) executives of the Polytechnic Ibadan were officially sworn in during ceremony held at the Assembly Hall North Campus. The event marked the beginning of a new administration to serve and represent the student body.
MSSNTP officially kicked off weekly program with impressive turnout. The Muslim Student Society of Nigeria (MSSN), the Polytechnic Ibadan, officially commenced its weekly program on Monday with the Sister Circle section. This was followed by madrasa classes on Tuesday and Thursday, and the Yusra gathering on Wednesday. All program recorded a highly encouraging turnout, reflecting the students' engagement for spiritual and intellectual growth.
Cosmos 2025, a spiritual awakening for tomorrow leaders. The first term 2025-2026 edition of the Conference of Secondary School Muslim Students (Cosmos), organized by MSSN Sango Area Council, commenced on Wednesday 29th October and concluded on Sunday 2nd November at Alao Samad Comprehensive Model College, Agbaje. The camp was officially declared open by the planning committee chairman Malam Abdullah Oladokun, while the first lecture was delivered by the Amir of the MSSN Polytechnic Ibadan, Malam Yusuf Adedokun Adedotun, with a deep exegesis on the renowned poem Al-Munira, and ended with a tafsir session with Engineer Jibril Obadara. The camp featured a series of spiritual uplifting, intellectually stimulating and life-shaping sessions, leaving a lasting impact on in the hearts and minds of the young attendees.
Poly Ibadan SUG flag of ID card biometric exercise for 2025-2026, a call to identity and unity. In a move aimed at streamlining identity verification and enhancing student service, the Student Union Government, the Polytechnic Ibadan, has announced the commencement of ID card biometric capturing exercise for the 2025-2026 academic section, beginning on Monday, November 3rd, 2025 at Assembly Hall by 9 a.m.
As Salam Venture revs back to life, affordable grinding service now available at Ramat Mosque. The Asalam Business Venture, a dedicated department under the MSSN, the Polytechnic Ibadan, joyfully announces the resumption of its grinding machine operation at Ramat Mosque. Students in need of pepper grinding, yam flour milling, or similar services are warmly invited to patronize the venture at student-friendly rates. The revival reflects the MSSN ongoing commitment to empowering students, supporting welfare, and promoting self-reliance through accessible, reliable, and affordable services.
Refine your linguistic taste. Al-Qamar Islamic Institute unlock the language of Al-Quran for all Muslim students. In a spiritual and intellectual call to excellency, Al-Qamar Islamic Institute under MSSN, the Polytechnic Ibadan, launched its flagship Arabic learning program themed Refine Your Linguistic Taste, unlock the language of the Quran.
One institution, one authority. Poly Ibadan drops government from Student Union title. In a landmark directive marking a shift in student leadership nomenclature, the acting rector of the Polytechnic Ibadan, Dr. Taiwo Abidin Lasisi, has officially declared that the Student Union shall no longer be referred as Student Union Government (SUG), but rather as Student Union Executive (SUE).